So in this video I decided to make small little cuts to increase the pace of the game. Let me know what you think. It may seem like I'm playing the game a little bit faster, but I just made some cuts where I wasn't saying anything or anything really wasn't going on. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video and thank you again for watching. Hello, welcome back. My name is ThegreatJosepi. We're playing more Catan today. Hopefully we can get a win. I've been trying to actually make it so that we can actually get a win in some of the games that we've been playing, but I've had to stop the recording so much just because I've been masterly beasted upon by people putting the night on top of me and just not really allowing me to do anything. I'm also not really thinking fast enough, so I have to place my stuff down and not really creating a strategy in the way that we really want to go. So we're gonna try and think a little bit faster this game, just get a little bit better. Anyways, we're gonna go for it. I've been getting a lot of second places and not really doing too terribly, but just not really able to close out the victory. So we're gonna try and do that today, and it looks like we're in the second position. Ore is very low on this board, it seems as though, and Gray is gonna go ahead and take it, which is interesting, which means that I'm probably gonna want to go for some sort of high production based game and try to transfer things that I need into ore rather than actually go for the ore itself. Now I'm looking at this 5, 10, 8 over here just because I think it's a really good spot. The only thing that we'll need is wood, and brick is pretty scarce around here too. The sheep port up there is kind of nice, mostly because I'm looking at building down this way so I can at least get on the wheat. I'm gonna do it. It's risky, but I'm gonna do it. Now I just need more brick and wood, which in turn makes me want to think that I want to build over here. And get the free road on this 11-6 so that I can at least fight for the position. I feel like somebody's gonna go here though. I feel like someone is gonna build on this position, in which I'm perfectly fine with building on this one because I already have my sheep that I need, so that I can at least build down to here. I can build down to here, and I can build down to here and contest this this ore. All right, so he's just gonna do that. Neat. It's hard to pass up a free road at the beginning of each game like that. And I'm just as inclined to actually think about doing it too. But this brick port is still kind of open, and this 9-11-4 is also open, and which can cause a lot of problems too. Alright, so they kind of took my other spot, and I really need wood. I need to get resources is what it is. I almost want to build over here, but I think it would be better to build here and point my road to the left, hoping to build over here. In fact, I could almost just go here. I don't really need the 11, but the 11 is rolled a little bit more than 2. I think I'm gonna go here. The question is which direction. No, I don't want to be contested. Just don't want to be contested. I don't want to be contested. I would rather build on that sheep port than build on the wood. I think Gray's only option is to go for this 9-10 over here, and get the free road, which I probably should have thought about in conceding that. I mean, I am on the stone, which is nice, but I think that's kind of his only spot to really go for, other than the fact that he does need wheat. So he might go up here. Okay, I'm okay with that. The problem is he does not have wheat at all. So 2 9s were rolled, which means that both woods were rolled, and no one got anything except for me. But I might be able to trade for a brick early on in the game. No one's going to need stone right now, so I'll hold on to my stone. Maybe one for a sheep. There we go. So I could buy an early development card and hope for a road building, or I can hold it. I think I'll hold it and just and see what gets rolled this turn. If it gets a little crazy, 6s, 11s, roads are being built, then we'll see. I don't really know what Gray's strategy is here. Maybe he wants to go for a longest road. Okay, so an 8 was rolled. Oh no, he's just using the well, shoot, man, might as well just go for a city then. Got 4 being rolled. I don't really know why he went for that. Okay. So if it was gonna go on me, I was gonna buy a development card, because I will not have this stuff on me. That's almost a good trade. I'm almost inclined to take that. Because I think an 8 could have been rolled. 4 was rolled. Nope, we got it. I'm just going to upgrade to a city. Early game city. Starting off the game strong with the production. So at the end of the day, I still want to go for this port. And I still want to go for this port. But I could end up building up towards this 9 and doubling my production on some other things. We gotta watch what's going on here though. So every time an 8 is rolled, red automatically already has some. Wow, that's a lot to dump. I wonder what he's trying to do. Try to build to his wood port? He doesn't have anything. Wow, that's huge. So I got a brick. Maybe I can trade it for a wheat. Maybe I can trade for a wheat. I don't think wheat's really out there. I mean, I'm the only one that really has wheat other than red. Can't do anything. But I can build roads. I should build up here. I mean, I already have a 9, so it's not really a huge thing for me. I'd rather just build a city than build another one. But I really want this 3-1 port, so I think I'll just do this for now. And hold on to it. Hopefully a wheat gets drawn. So I gotta get that robber off of me, and I'm more than willing to get a development card. We'll see what Gray does. Maybe Gray has one. Let's see, my sheep was just blocked. He doesn't have a robber. So at least it'll move. So dump a whole lot of resources there. Got 7 down. Putting another 6. That's an interesting strategy. I guess it worked out for him because he was able to build on it. I really do wish an 8 would be rolled. 8, a 2, some sort of wheat, so that I can build this city, or build this settlement. I keep calling them cities, settlement. So a 6 was rolled. That means brick was given to blue and red, which I don't need personally, but they can use to possibly build a road. I think red's definitely going to be going for the longest road. His goal is to actually build a settlement there. Get a wheat. Can I get a wheat in the house? I don't think anyone has any. No one has any. It's not an 8, a 2, or a 10 haven't been rolling forever. So, vigilance. 12. Doesn't really do much for anybody. Again, everybody's production is pretty low right now because we're just starting out. It's definitely going for the longest road. Stone was rolled. 4. What else is 4? Wheat. I have a wheat. I know you have a wheat. I know blue has wheat. Blue's kind of in a pickle because, I mean, I guess it does have wheat and sheep. Wheat. 4 was rolled again. Ooh, that's absolutely blue. Go. Alright, I'm going for development cards. I need to have at least a knight in my arsenal. Oh, there we go. I need to have at least a knight in my arsenal to be able to defend against. Wow, there we go. I need to have a knight in my arsenal to be able to defend against the robber. Oh, I'll give you a brick. 2 8s were rolled, so I gave him a boatload of sheep. Robert was rolled. Oh no, my resources. Better get rid of that. That way I can buy a development card. Okay. Like I said, that's the whole reason why I was going for it. I wonder if I can. I'd rather trade and not help anybody get farther ahead. Alright, so I got a knight, so I can at least get it off of me. I don't know who I want to target. I know red's far ahead because of his sheep. I don't need anything for that. Blue is also got the port on his 6, but he's not. Blue isn't in a position to be able to take longest road. Red is in a position to take longest road, and in a position to be able to I don't want anything for that. Red is in a position to take longest road and trade in wheat for development cards and such. I should probably use that. I should probably use that beforehand because the wheat could have been rolled. Alright, there we go. So I got myself my second knight. Trade a brick for a wood. Oh, that's fine. Okay with that. I'm okay with that because I already have another knight. That's the whole reason why I was doing it. I still think that Gray isn't really in the greatest position because he doesn't have wheat, so he has to trade for it. And Blue's in a good position because he does have wheat and sheep, but not a whole lot of stone. But he can kind of trade for it because he has the brick. I'm more worried about Red getting longest road. They're just taken from me because, for whatever reason that they do in this game, I don't know why, they just focus me down. Take all of my resources. I don't have any resources that you can take. Like I said, blue is scary, but not too scary. Like, not as scary as red. And I can't do anything because stuff just keeps getting rolled on top of me. I have one card, they have 5. Red is in a bigger lead, and he's still going to put it on top of me. That's why this game just doesn't make any sense. That's why I'd rather be farther behind with a ton of development cards in my hands. Because people just get upset and all they do is just target you and focus you and just take all of your resources, and then somebody else just comes from behind and wins the game. It's just like, jeez, dude. 12 is rolled. I'm just gonna sit back and wait. Or do that. I don't really want to do that, but I'm just gonna sit back and be patient and wait. There it is. And 4, 6. I don't have a knight in my arsenal, so I want a knight in my arsenal. Oh, no, better. Well, I have to get... I'm gonna save that monopoly for really late when people have more cities. If Red decides to build a city on that 6. I think I'll end up just taking a bunch of brick. Do that. brick is out there. The only reason I'm going for brick is so that I can take it from them and make it so that blue can't use it. So I can build cities. I could have taken it now. I don't know if this is a good idea to use this now. Can't do a 3 for 1. This is a good idea to use it now. Just kidding, that was a great idea to use that now. I didn't realize how much stone they had. The power of development cards. Shoot, that just put us back in the game. Jeez, man. I think he's already at 8 because of that. Yeah. Mess with him. Give him a counter offer instead. More wood. Somebody did it. No, I don't want your wheat. I'm going for development cards. Because theoretically, I could get two victory points. Because I think there's still a few more out there. Guy's such a long road. Robert. Don't put it on me. Don't you dare put it on my 8. Blue is in the farthest lead of his life. Thank you. Again, I think Gray just got screwed over this game because he didn't have any wheat. More wood. More wood. Should be my last night. I think there's still another Monopoly out there too. Alright. Blue doesn't have an 8, does he? No, Blue doesn't have an 8. He's dangerously close to getting victory. I think I keep putting it on at 6. I can do 3 for 1. No. I need one more card. I gotta do a wheat for it. No. Why does he want more brick? What is he gonna do? Another city? He's trying to. He's probably trying to buy a development card so they can take the victory that way. Play for blue. Woo! There we go. Alright, so here we go. Let's see here. Why don't we just upgrade to a city? Let's do that. Settlement. Or buy development cards. I don't want to use that just yet. I I could buy development card. I could buy development cards until I got another victory point by doing it like that. Or if I mean, if I get another roll on wheat, then I can just do wheat, you know? But this is confusing me, because what's he gonna do, build another city? He can't. He's got, no, he could. So he's 2 away now. Alright, so I can buy development cards. If I could buy two of them, I might be able to have it. Who has wheat? Who has wheat? Red might have wheat. If I could buy 2 development cards on my turn, I might have it. Or upgrade to a city. Either one works. What is he trying to do? He's built the longest road. Congratulations. I think that's a terrible play. What is he trying to do? No one's gonna be able to ever contest him for that longest road. Heck, I could just build another settlement. Could almost do that. Let's find development cards. For a week. 4 was rolled. Absolutely. That's the game. That's the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we won it! Woo! Let's go! Yeah! We won one! For like 6 games, oh my gosh. So let's take a look at the board here. I need to assess this because I clearly didn't play this as good as I should have. But development cards won me the game. Who would have thought that a Monopoly can turn the tide of the entire game? So let's think about what we started. We started with the 5, 8, 10, and we built to the 3, which was a good play, I think, because we were able to end up getting the port and getting the bonus resource on the lowest amount of wheat on the board. Even though there's 4 and 10, 8 is better. I mean, it's 6 points of wheat versus 5 points of wheat, I think is how it goes, but I don't know. I built on the strongest wheat port. And I was able to upgrade it to a city pretty early, which did allow me to take control there. I also had the other stone, and so I was able to play with the 2 stones at least somewhat during the game. And I also had wood and another secondary source of wheat, even though I don't think the 2 was rolled that entire game, was it? No, 2 wasn't rolled that entire game. There was 11 sevens. Oh my gosh. I actually didn't even get a development card victory point at all, which is interesting. This is usually how I end up winning my games, since I end up having 4 cities and largest army. So let's look at it from Gray's perspective a little bit here. I don't think that Gray picked his placements appropriately. The 4-3-6 is a fine pick for him to go for. The problem is that he conceded wheat to me, and he also conceded wheat to blue and to red. He did concede some of the wheat spots to some of the other players. Now he could have built here, because I know that blue built this later in the game, so that he could have gotten the wheat and the sheep, but then he really doesn't have any brick, and so he doesn't really have all 5 resources, which is a problem, and he doesn't really have an ability to build to all 5 resources. I did, so I ended up having all 5 resources, and I was able to build to having the 5th resource, So I started off with 4, and I was able to build to the 5th resource. Gray struggled because he wasn't able to build really anywhere. This settlement didn't do anything for him except for give him sheep and ore. It was faced this way, meaning that he would have to have a race to even beat red to this position, or have to go around and try to beat him to this position or this one, which isn't a bad idea. I mean, he could have, but anybody who wanted to could have just blocked him off and just said, no, you can't do that, and then all of his roads would have been wasted. Now, he could have been thinking that he wanted to go for the longest road and build along this wood port and maximize everything and pour it into it, but I don't really know exactly how that wouldn't have really done anything. Let's look at red now. I think the reason why Gray didn't do as well as he did is because he didn't have wheat, so he couldn't buy anything, and he didn't try to trade for wheat at all. Kind of just waited for the rolls to come in, and they weren't going to show up at all because he didn't have any wheat to go with in the first place, and he didn't really have anything to bargain with. So red, on the other hand, had a really good game. I believe he started here, and he was able to automatically build to the sheep port early on in the game. And every time a wheat was rolled for me, while I was getting wheat, he was able to get sheep, and therefore transfer all of his materials and everything that he got into being able to build basically whatever he wanted, because he was able to get the 8s rolled, because I was considered a threat because I had wheat, and this 6 was considered a bigger threat because both of them were on it. So the 8 was just sitting up there, and every time an 8 rolled, because he had 2 settlements on it, it was a free resource of anything that he wanted, whether it be the sheep that he had, brick, stone, anything of that nature. The thing where he kind of fell off and kind of lost the game was building this longest road, and continuously building this longest road. He probably should have, after getting this one, instead of going down here and building this, I mean, a victory point is a victory point at the end of the day, but instead of building this, probably should have upgraded this to a city, and then probably upgraded this to a city, so that when the 3 was rolled, he would have had the ability to buy pretty much whatever he wanted to. He went for longest road, and it worked, but he could have just as easily gone for largest army as well and started to screw over the other players by putting that robber everywhere. So I think that's where he kind of just, he could have just won the game if he would have prioritized getting the more important victory points than anything else. But it was a good play to be able to sit up here and do this and make it so that the focus was on the 6 or on the other red tiles instead of it being on his 8. Blue was in a really good position because he played the same game as red, but also had this hidden one over here. This was his main base, but at the same time he started off the game with a 6, 11, 12 and a 10, 5, 9, which is quite a different amount of resources, and he was able to build cities on both of them. If a 5 was rolled, he was getting 2, 9 was rolled, he was getting 2, 12 was rolled, he was getting 2, 11, 6, 10, he was getting 2 resources pretty much every turn for it, allowing him to expand into a triangle and thus get more resources that way, more victory points and resources. So I think blue played it probably the best, but the struggle with blue is that he was missing a resource, wasn't he? No, he wasn't missing a resource. So he did have all of the resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he had all 5 resources. So, I mean, 12 doesn't really count too much, but it was still rolled this game. Wasn't it rolled? It was rolled twice. I think it was rolled when he had a city too, so I think blue probably played this game the best. I think he just got unlucky towards the end by having the robber on top of him. And gray or red trading with me, not realizing that I could just upgrade to a city and take largest army. They kind of just gave it to me, but I think it worked. I think we played pretty well. I did end up getting the resources that I needed, and the rolls. The Monopoly play was probably the best play that I've played, and it's mostly because of the development cards. But yeah, let's head back to the lobby. This game is hard. This game is fun, and it's hard. And we're doing better, but there's so many different rules and so many different plays that you can make with it. And I didn't think it was actually this in depth of a game when I first started playing it, but it turns out that there is a lot of depth to this game, and people have been playing it for years and they've been getting better at it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you again in the next one. Maybe we can get another W. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.